My man. My man.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today we have an interesting show. Unfortunately, James couldn't make it, but Kayla, first-time hoster, is sitting in. And wait, did everyone
Hello.
just freeze on me? Oh, there you are. Are you there? Are you there, Alan?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Kayla's a little blurry, unfortunately. Are you on Wi-Fi? I think she said hello and we lost her. Man, always happens. She'll join back in here. So Alan, how's it going, man?
Not bad. Doing good.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a Friday.
All right.
I know you are underage, so you're drinking water with us today,
Yeah,
right?
I've got my handy water bottle right here.
Your handy water. I got myself some hey, there's Kayla moved again. I got myself some puppy slumber party. Hey, Kayla, we'll see you again.
You see me now?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah,
here?
see you. Yeah,
Okay.
you're here.
Sorry, my
Sweet.
Wi-Fi is being a little weird, so hopefully this goes okay.
All good. If not, if you can plug it in, plug it in. If not, we will survive.
Okay.
Do you have anything, a beverage
I
tonight?
do. A big boy.
Oh, nice. Classic. You know we're from Benton County. Win.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. So yeah. So Alan, we'll just jump into the thick of
Yeah,
things
let's
here.
dive right in.
Uh yeah, right. How long have you been with us? I think you're the one that's been with us the least amount of time, at
Yeah,
least.
I think it was since last year, maybe. Pretty sure it was.
Yeah, right about now.
Yeah, I was
May
about to say probably a
oh
year ago now.
yeah, I joined in August, years ago now, but I remember I started in August. Like me, I'm old.
I think he might have me beat. I don't know if it's been a year for me.
Uh,
Yeah,
I
you unofficially
Yeah, that's
joined.
true. Okay, very true.
You were a
I've been
part of the
around
group.
for longer,
Yeah.
but
I mean, we have Kofi, who has not been officially like joined the group for over a year now, but he helped us with our other podcast, um, Paranormal Mysteries, I think, or Unsolved Mysteries. Yeah, so I can't remember. It was like 3 years ago now. But yeah, so it's been a long time. Crazy ride. But let's see here. Jay, hey, what's going on, you beast? Good to see some people in chat today. Alan, so what got you into this?
I don't know where to start. Honestly, I think it first started off with like the paranormal shows that you see on TV. Um,
Yeah.
and ever since then, I mean, like younger, like I'd say like back in my when I was growing up, there wasn't as much
Back in your day?
technology. Yeah, there wasn't as much technology as the kids have now. So like
You're
kids.
19.
Yeah,
What
I
back in your day?
no, but like I didn't grow up with much technology at all. So it's like I don't know. Times have definitely changed. I mean, since all this stuff, but like I've always been curious, and all the friends that I've ever hung out with, we're all curious, and there's what is it? I think it's like urban legends that you hear about stuff, and
Yeah.
that's where it basically started. Is just urban legends from neighborhoods from when I was first growing up and all this stuff. So
So you didn't have like a particular story that happened to you. I know like Kayla, she
no,
grew up in a house
yeah, no,
where
no.
she had stuff happen to her. So you didn't have anything like that. You just kind of like, got into the shows and then curiosity kind of took over
got
and
intrigued by
like hooked you into
everything.
this.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't really into all this stuff. I mean, it did scare the shit out of me back then. Not gonna lie, but I mean, it all started off at the Evil and Erie. Um, that's when I was like, or that's when I hear the ghost stories, and when I transferred into Jeff, I heard all these
Yeah.
stories, and most of them originated from James. So you know,
Of course they did.
yeah, and
Who else there is crazy enough to talk about that stuff?
Well,
right.
there was that old
So
haunted house too with Jeff, right? Like that's probably one of
the
the
Pythian
big
home,
ones.
yeah.
That's yeah, the
Yeah.
Pythian home is gone
Yes,
now.
but
hmm
yeah,
That's where they started, and that's where James got his start into all this.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, ever since I guess when I
Back in your day.
went into Jeff is when I all started.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, dude. That's cool. Talk like you're 50 years old. Back in my day.
As if we have much
Oh,
more to
so
say. I mean, back in our day isn't
yeah,
that long ago
yeah.
either, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm getting up there. I just had my birthday not too long
I
ago.
know
You
you
know,
did.
I don't even count time. Like I don't even know how old I am. I think like 34. I don't know. My wife will correct me.
Somewhere in your 30s,
I'm only as old as I feel.
right?
So your role with the group, Alan, I think is a underrated, hugely valued role.
Mhm.
You know, I think when we first I tried to set up roles and responsibilities and like, we need this from you. You know, these kinds of things with everyone in general. I when I talk to some people, I'm like, so how do you feel about being behind the camera? And they're like, no, like, gosh, it's no fun. It's like, but it is still, but they get the stigma of a lot of the TV shows back in the day
Mhm.
where they're just behind a camera, they can't say anything, can't do anything. And anymore, I mean, uh, you know, I haven't watched terribly too many TV shows, but the ones I have watched, a decent amount, I mean, the camera people get involved. It's not like
Yeah.
this shit doesn't happen to them.
Yeah.
Especially when you can
Some.
see things that we can't see. If we're in a
Mhm.
dark room or something and we're using uh like night vision or something on the cameras, like you see stuff that we don't see. And then if, we hear things or feel things or whatever the case may be, then you can see it to kind of prove what we're feeling, then that's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, and also eventually, I mean, we'll have the whole setup where you have the headset and you can hear and see, and have that parabolic mic on there. So on the Sony cam that we have, or even on your Canon camera, because you also take pictures as well. You're not just video. You like to take pictures, right?
Yeah.
So what got you into taking pictures and like video in general?
I don't know. I don't really know where I got the picture stuff from, honestly.
Picked up a camera and liked
Yeah,
it?
just on your phone, just 'cause I know I started with like grass pictures. I remember like taking a picture of like grass when I was laying in it in a field of grass, um, and it came out like really nice, and I was like, all right, this is some good stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and ever since, I mean, I've just advanced and advanced. I mean, it's not a big thing that I pursue that much anymore, but
Yeah.
I mean, every often, I like asking some friends if they want to do a photo shoot and trying new things and like for example, not too long ago, back in July 4th, or around that July 4th area, we got some smoke bombs, and me and a couple of friends went out and took some pictures with the smoke, and they came out really really nice. And I don't know where I got the idea; it just like popped in my mind to do it, and
You're bored.
yeah, right. So
Quarantine board.
yeah, so it's just advancing from here. Now I have a drone, and there's an endless amount of things that you can do with a drone.
Oh yeah, and you do a lot of the editing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We do have a question from Josh Jacobs. He wants to know, how many investigations have you been on, officially maybe with us or unofficially in general?
I've been on two. So one
Two?
was with the group back in Evansville when we went to the Willard Library. So that was my very first actual investigation. And then the second investigation that I did was around this time last year. A person reached out to me, and a random person, I didn't know this person, and they reached out to me saying that they had, problems going on at their house, and they wanted me to go check it out. And me not knowing much of what I was going into, I just, gathered a group of friends, and we went over to Indy and did this investigation. And
What?
yeah, that's when I borrowed all that stuff. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was what.
But you were still with the group.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking like before, when you weren't with the group, like
No.
before you joined us.
Like, hey,
Some
guys,
random person hit you up.
No,
I'm
that
gonna
was
go to some random person's house that I know nothing about and hope
exactly.
for the best.
And so that's there was a lot of things that I did to try to protect myself in that way, because I've never been in someone's house, and that is a very
What? Why didn't you ask us?
I did. You couldn't. You. I don't know what happened. You couldn't. I think it was this time last year. It was. Hi, hold on. Let me.
You might have done it right around my daughter's birthday.
Hmm.
Was it like October? Like early October?
Let me look. This was.
Well, I mean, it's not a huge deal or
No,
anything,
it was
but
this year. It was this year. It was because of COVID.
Was it this year?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was
that's
recent.
right. Yeah.
I thought it was recent.
Yeah.
I have a time frame of last year. So last year, I must be thinking of joining a group last year, and the investigation happened around March, the end of March. So
I
So it's the start
remember
of
why I didn't go.
everything, yeah.
it was,
I know
that's when
why I
everything
didn't go.
started. Yeah.
We lost Josh right then. I was
Oh.
not in a right state of mind to
No.
be going on investigations.
Mhm. Yeah. So, I mean, that's my I was in charge of the whole thing, and
Yeah.
I mean, I think everything worked out fine, which is nice.
Hey, I never heard anything out about it, so
No,
it's
I
obviously a
didn't.
good
I
thing.
mean, there was nothing really to it.
Yeah.
I concluded, or actually, I was thinking recently, is that there was like a poltergeist type thing going on, and not like the things you see on movies and stuff. It's like something that
They didn't get
revolves
sucked
around a
into a
specific
TV?
person.
What?
What?
No. It's not the poltergeist stuff that you see on TV. It's
Yeah.
that's what people play it out to be, but it was actually, I think, was a haunting that revolved around a specific person. So that's what
Yeah.
I think what happened.
Well, yeah, so to clear up a few things, Tina, yes, we do home investigations. We call them private investigations. When we reference certain things, we have public investigations, which is like the places you see on TV, or local businesses that or buildings that may be closed that allow us access, those kinds of things, and then private investigations. So we don't charge for those. We don't do anything like that. We show up, or if we do an initial interview over the phone. We show up, set our equipment up, and you kind of know what's going to happen from start of everything, and then we sit down with you and kind of go over everything and investigate and go from there. Some people don't want us to get what's in their home or possibly in their home out. They want to just understand it, so we try to help them understand what's going on, or help get rid of what possibly.
Yeah,
So,
that's like our helpful side, where we want to just help
yeah,
people figure out what's going on, like
yeah.
help
I don't
try to
know. Like
explain
that was
things
one
that
of
are
the
happening.
that was one of the things I really it really resonated with me and why I joined. Um, So I've always just wanted to help people is one of the things. I saw the what was it? The Paranormal State with Ryan
Yeah.
Buell, and
Yes.
I loved that show. Even though it's gotten some bad reviews since everything that's happened with Ryan, still loved the show for what
Yeah,
it
the
was.
concept of it
But
and
yeah.
what it was
Hmm.
about.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of shows, Alan, you said you watched a few. What's one of your favorites? If you had to pick one.
Ghost Hunters, the new version. I did,
New version.
as a kid, I watched the Taps
Yes.
thing, but now Ghost Hunters is.
I watched that, God, what was I doing? I was God, I was working at Best Buy. I was an adult still.
Yeah.
You were a baby and I'm an adult watching Taps.
Right.
Kayla, what about you? Did you ever get into any of the shows?
I mean, before I actually got into like actually investigating, like Ghost Adventures was my go-to. Just because I knew of the places that they were going, I think. But gosh,
Oh, don't try to cherry coat it now. We all know.
My man.
Sugarcoat it, I mean.
I had something for Ghost Adventures that was like my go-to. I'd be in my room by myself, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch some ghost stuff.
We got a Zach fangirl here.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm like super into documentaries right now. Like that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
So I just like, I know this isn't like ghosts, but when we were talking, like back up a little bit, when we were talking about
Oh, you're
like
fine.
rando nodding and stuff, like and how social media
Yes.
works and how everything is affected in different ways. I just watched The Social Dilemma, and that was like super intriguing to me.
Oh yes, you'll have to tell my wife about that because
Yeah.
what was that on?
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
Netflix. That's right.
Yeah. So
Social Dilemma.
documentaries
My
are
wife
kind of
will
my thing
watch
right
that.
now. I'm on a big documentary binge.
Yeah,
lately.
I think that's why we all liked Hellier so
Yes.
much. All of us. Like
Absolutely.
Alan, you watched it, right?
No, I have not watched it.
Oh my
God, I
god.
know.
Kicked out of the group.
Well, it's now mandatory.
Yeah.
It should be. I think it's on Amazon Prime, and I know not everyone has Amazon Prime, so I think it is also on YouTube. I know I didn't watch it on YouTube, but I think they put at least their first season on YouTube. I don't know if it's still there though.
And I don't know if
But
you
yeah,
can, like,
I
share Amazon accounts, but if Alan, if you don't have one, like, I'm more than willing to share my account with you so you can watch it. You just can't buy
No,
it.
yeah.
there's not enough people on to verify that was
Right.
true.
You just can't buy anything.
Yeah.
It's for work purposes.
Yeah, I'll be kind in that aspect.
Oh man.
Yeah,
So let's see if you could go and investigate anywhere,
yeah,
where would it be? Anywhere, anywhere in the world.
Are we talking to me?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Alan, the one we're interviewing.
Uh,
We're getting to know
You're
better.
getting interrogated today, so this is your turn.
let me think. I'm not exactly certain. Let me think.
Or it can be smaller. It can be in the States or even Indiana.
I know one place here in Lafayette that I've always wanted to actually investigate is Long Center.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
for the locals.
yeah, I can't think of anything other than Waverly Hills.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Like,
Hollywood.
There's
sign.
nothing.
I would always.
There's what?
The Hollywood sign.
Oh, the Hollywood
A
sign.
Hollywood sign?
Yeah.
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 I have not heard that. I'm sure. I'm sure with how popular the place is and how iconic it
Watch
is,
Ghost Adventures, Kevin.
Yeah, it is.
would be caught dead.
That's where I first saw, but I have seen that before. There was
Yeah.
another show that I was really into for a while that they covered the Hollywood sign, and then there was a house in Hollywood too. Like is the Manson house in Hollywood?
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I think it's outside of
Yeah,
Hollywood.
I think it was like the Manson house and then the Hollywood sign were like two big, like,
Yeah.
on one show. But yeah, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know mine is Trans Allegheny.
Yeah.
That's my place right there.
Mine's
I will
Catacombs in
say,
Paris.
yeah,
Oh
catacombs.
yeah. That's creepy though.
I have investigated the Long Center.
Really? That's
One of the few times I can say I've done something that you haven't. And like when it comes to group stuff, sometimes I'm always like the last one, like Waverly. James has investigated Waverly, and then he rubs it in all the time.
yeah.
But
That sounds about
did
right.
we find anything? James did. He was at. It was either him or it was shared with him. At the Long Center, where I mean, literally, you saw a chair move across the room, and it was in the projector room. And he showed me, and I don't know. I wish it was. I could say it was him that gave me that evidence, but I don't think it was him that originally got it. I think it was someone else that was up there cleaning, and they captured it. You know, something was happening, and then they captured that shortly after. But yeah, we were in talks to try to investigate a little bit more there, but it got under new management, and you know, COVID happened basically.
Yeah.
So put everything on hold.
Yeah, I've heard some stories about like McCord's Candy, which isn't that like right across the street from the Long Center? No,
It
I'm
is.
thinking of
Yeah,
Lafayette Theater, but it's in that
A little bit down the
well,
yeah,
general
yeah,
vicinity.
it's down the street.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's down the street.
yeah,
yeah, they're all close.
yeah, all within like that little block there. They're all on the
Yeah.
brick.
Yeah, the
roads
brick
there, like the
street right
original
there.
roads,
Yeah,
I think. Which
really
is
close.
interesting. I guess I've not thought of that before, but
Yeah.
Huh.
I would love to investigate the Knickerbocker. I bet that's got some shit.
I actually had a very good friend that lived in the apartments above the Knickerbocker. It was either above or like right behind it, and like I've every time I would be there, like something weird would happen, and I wasn't any part of like any paranormal team at that time, but there was always weird
Yeah.
stuff, and she would always be like, "Kayla, you're not gonna believe what happened last night." Like it was just like weird things would happen there. So that would be a
Yeah.
good one.
So, Alan, you've been working on a few things for us. Not, it's kind of brand new. But so we did rando nodding,
Yeah.
and you did all the video, right? You were filming
Mhm.
during all that. So we had the live stream going. James had that, obviously. Everyone saw him live, and then you had our 4K camera, which is what I'm currently streaming from. So one thing that I know we're going to try to do is Alan's going to try to take that, and then if there is anything there, I mean, you're gonna what, edit it and compile something, and hopefully have something to share.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get like a little mini doc out of it, and
Yeah, mini series, a little mini episode.
yeah.
So, how long have you been doing editing? Like, have you done any like scale editing that what we're doing now kind of thing? Have you done anything like that before?
Nothing that major.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've gathered experience from class projects back in Jeff. That's where most of my
Yeah.
experience comes from is from the classwork, little projects that we'd have, and I mean that's where I got my video editing skills. So
Yeah, start somewhere.
yeah, right.
Absolutely. You can only go up from there. So
Mm-hmm.
So Tina asked, have you guys gone to the Fowler House in Lafayette? I've been in there,
yes,
but I have
I've been
never
in it,
investigated
but no
there.
I've never been
Uh,
in it. I passed by it yesterday. So
yeah. It's a sweet place.
It is.
It's pretty cool. And I wish I could have investigated it, but I don't think that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
But
I would imagine that'd
you
be a
never
little
know. You
difficult.
never know. I think didn't 765 investigate there?
They investigated the
I don't know if
Fowler
you guys.
Theater.
Yes, I remember the Fowler Theater and the Fowler jail, the Benton County Jail. I guess
Yeah.
it's probably a better name
I don't
for it.
know.
But I think they did the Fowler House a while ago. It would have been a couple years now. But yeah, no, that's cool. They're a good group of people. And yes, they do the Fowler Theater. They do have events there that they hold. Obviously, during COVID, that's all pretty much kiboshed, and will be for the foreseeing future of COVID. It sounds like, because we didn't get to have the Fowler Scare, or whatever the convention that they have there with a few paranormal groups that show up. Teresa, hey, I'm glad you could join us. I did see Jay in here earlier. It's good seeing you guys in here. We'll have to have you guys on sometime. Jay and Teresa, I actually met them. Speaking of the Fowler stuff, I met them at the Fowler convention. It was a lot of fun. I saw their web series that they were doing there. It's pretty cool. But
Well, thanks for
yeah,
joining us.
so yeah, Alan, you had a have you had any crazy experiences? So like ones that stuck with you?
nothing. I guess something happened at the investigation that we went to earlier this March. I guess we got a good piece of evidence. The guy, the boyfriend in the situation, he actually got video up in the attic with one of my friends, and they were both up there in the attic. And that motion sensor train, that red train that we have.
Yes.
Okay, so it was sitting up on one of the beams in the attic, and
I have it somewhere.
there was an orb that kind of came. He was recording, and it kind of came at him. It went around the train, and it went straight to the camera. And I thought it was kind of strange because bugs would have like a irregular path going on, but this was like a pretty smart, like went around the train to avoid making it go off. So I thought that was the most compelling thing that I've seen. So far I've gotten nothing on video, or I mean that was one thing that was caught on video. I actually do not have access to that video. I was trying to get access for it for this stream.
Oh, for the
I
thing that
couldn't
we do
contact the
at the
person.
end?
So
Uh, it happens.
yeah. So that was a very good piece of evidence that I do not have. So
Yeah.
It happens.
yeah.
I do. Speaking of this, I do have a question real quick. Do you are you a believer in the paranormal? Like, do you believe in it, or are you kind of more on like the skeptical side since you've not really?
I am a skeptic, and I was called out for it at the investigation. They're like, he's a skeptic, isn't he? And I was like, I am, yeah. Um, you know, how I feel about it is if I don't experience something or if I don't see something or, I'm not going to go on and tell everyone, oh, hey, ghosts are real and all this stuff. So until something does happen, I'll change my mind about it.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, it is a good thing to be skeptical in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah. I
think
it's
good to
healthy
have
to
somebody
have.
on the team that's a skeptic.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, in two sides of the
Yeah.
fence, So when we look at something,
Mhm.
you don't just go, well, fuck, that's paranormal.
Yeah.
It's a bug.
Yeah.
It's just a bug.
Yeah.
Like, nah, that shit's paranormal.
And like with me, and
But
like I'm more into like feeling and energy and everything else. And so, I
Mhm.
mean, I could be feeling anybody's energy in the room and be like, "Oh, I feel something." Like I
My
feel,
man.
and I can't pinpoint where it's coming from. I feel it. So I feel like being a skeptic it has its perks for sure.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. What else? I've just had weird feelings at Evil and Airy, Long Center, especially the basement.
Mhm.
That creeps me the hell out. But nothing that I can recall as saying or as something that'll stick with me, saying
Yeah.
this is paranormal. As
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
Definitive. Oh my god, we're into the weeds.
So
Yeah.
what you're saying is when we're able to go back on investigations, you're fine with going in a dark room by yourself.
See,
You're ready to be our Aaron?
Yeah.
oh,
Right? I mean,
Kevin, I don't know if you remember last year at the Willard Library that a magnet fell behind me and I ran the hell out. Do you remember that?
Oh man, there's so much that happened, dude.
Yeah.
I was everywhere. I don't remember much of it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It
I have
sucks,
it on
but
video, but I don't know where. I don't remember exactly where the video is.
buried it. He buried it. You don't want
yeah,
anyone to
I
know.
don't
But-
remember. It might have deleted.
Yeah.
No, but I was in the children's library downstairs, and I was watching the monitor that they had for the cameras, and I started recording on my phone, and all of a sudden I heard something, and I freaked the hell out. I was like, you know what? Hell no, I'm getting the hell out of here. Ran out of there.
Oh,
went and
come
found-
on. You failed.
Yeah, right. I wasn't expecting anything. The whole time I was
You're not supposed to expect it.
Yeah,
just
things
happens.
the whole time I was just vibing. I wasn't really looking for anything, and when that happened, it caught me off guard. So
Yeah.
I
I mean, I will say, that place was pretty crazy over in general. I mean, just with everyone there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Mhm.
There was just a lot of people there, a lot of stuff going on, and easy to be preoccupied
yeah.
and not really, looking for something like you were saying,
Mhm. Has he seen the flashlight yet?
I don't know what you're talking about, Josh. Which will take him a minute because this is delayed. So, but yeah, no, that was. I wish I could remember more of the Willard investigation.
What's Willard? I don't know.
So in Evansville, they had to cancel it this year due to COVID, but I basically have an open invite every year. Me and James, and maybe if we wanted to bring like one or two other people, but it couldn't be our entire group. But basically, Willard Library is where the lore of the Woman in White. So if you look up Indiana Woman in White, you're gonna find Willard Library.
Oh, okay,
It's like
okay. I know
iconic.
exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like
So it's a
Willard.
library
Yeah.
in Evansville.
Okay, library. I missed the library part.
Oh, I see. No, Josh, no, he has not. Well, maybe at the Willard Library, James did a little bit of the flashlight, where he turns it to where it's almost on, and you can tap it and it turns on and off. But you set it static, by itself, away from everything, and answer your questions. Have you seen anything like that, Alan? No.
No.
See, personally, so Josh and James love that. I think if you can turn it on by tapping it, then like it's close enough to be turning on by itself.
Mhm.
Rarely do I think, holy shit, we have something here. I will say we talked about this last stream where we talked about Mountain View Lodge, and there were 3 flashlights set up with that exact configuration, those little twisty ones,
Like the mag light.
and they were twisted. Yeah, the mag lights.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the mag lights were all set up, and there were 3 of them, and we were having them turn on each individual one as we told it to, and they were fucking turning on. And I was like, all right, you got me here. All right, I'm gonna fucking I'm biting on this one.
Yeah.
I can't explain
Yeah.
that shit.
That's kind of like the dowsing rods, too. I mean,
Yeah.
those kind of things, like, it's like those little experiments that they shouldn't make sense,
And
but sometimes they do.
hmm
So,
And that's what I love about some things that we try. Because some things, like, not everyone's into them.
yeah.
I mean, that's fine. They're there for, if we do the flashlight, I mean, James is going to get a kick out of it. He's going to love it. Josh is going to love it. And that's what matters. And then when we come to like the Connect,
See, I love the Kinect.
video. Yeah, see, and I'm like, oh, give me the Connect. You fucking pop up on that
Yeah.
screen. You
Yeah.
pop up on that screen.
I
Like,
need to see a little stick figure, please.
yeah, I need to see it. Like
I
that
love
stuff. I'm like,
Kinect.
oh my god, I love that. And I tech. I'm the tech guy, so all that stuff just,
Yeah.
I need to see it. And that's my problem, is I need to see it. And I
Yeah.
think with the Mountain View Lodge is I could see a shadow moving behind it each time, and I could see it, and I was like, and that's what my brain was like. Yeah, this is legit.
Yeah.
And I think Josh was there. I don't remember if Josh Jacobs was there or not. I think he was. He might have shown up a day late and missed that one because we did it early on the whole event, where we got some celebrities from The Walking Dead to come. They were celebrities. They were the zombies. So they invited a bunch of the reoccurring zombies that are in every season.
Oh, okay.
So it was really cool to get to meet them.
I didn't know there were reoccurring zombies.
Well, I mean, you have a lot of people, and you just
That's
put
true.
makeup differently on them.
That's true.
So
I thought you meant like there was like a certain zombie in like each episode
Oh,
that
yeah,
you
no.
always saw, but never really like one of those like behind the scenes things.
I haven't watched Walking Dead enough to say yes or no, but I would assume probably no.
Yeah.
But the height of the zombie, you can tell it's the same person.
Yeah.
Joshua was there. Cool.
Yes. So Alan,
Well,
so with you being like into like photography and video, are you kind of more like on the techie side? Like, do you like tech stuff as well?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Have you seen any like tech experiments like that you've seen on ghost shows or anything else that have like intrigued you at all?
Watch Hellier.
There's
Watch Hellier.
there's
No.
the new version of Ghost Hunters. They have this little data logger, and it has a bunch of sensors in it, like it's all jam packed, and I would love to have one of those, just for the sake of questions and stuff. And if you get like hits of EVP or not EVP, hits of EMF,
EMF.
yeah, you know, those like smart responses, those are really cool. I think that's really cool. When it lights up and all that stuff, and I think that's
the one
really,
that has
really
like
cool.
the words that pop up on it, right? Like the data
No,
logger
that's-
No,
That's
I'm
the
thinking of something
obvious.
else then. No, there's one that has like a
obvious.
screen and like it like pulls words from a database and
Yeah,
it
the
has
The
like
Ovilus.
words that pop up on the screen that no different thing.
I,
Okay.
I swear it's the Ovilus. I
Oh, yeah.
swear.
Maybe
We
it
have it,
is.
right?
Yeah.
We brought it. I mean, Kayla, we brought it to your house and I pulled it out and do you remember it?
I don't remember.
Ah, fuck it. I'll be right back. I know what it is.
I don't remember that, but I don't know what I'm thinking of. It's on like a computer though. Are you talking about on a computer?
You can
Yeah.
get it on the computer. You can get the words to pop up on a
I
computer.
think it is an
You know what
Ovilus.
you're
I think
talking
I'm
about?
just real tired today, and my brain's
It's
not
the
working
Echo
right.
Box. Is it the Echo Box? Whatever. Is it like the Echo that it was on a laptop and it had like a what was it? A very echoey sound when it
Yes.
talked. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I think it's like the Echo something or other. A lot of groups have it. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but that would be really cool too. No, it's not the Spirit Box.
Okay.
So this was the Ovilus. Here, I'll put this here for you. I know you see from this. So it pulls and it puts the words right here on the screen for us to see. So everyone, what we thought Kayla was talking about, I'll put it on stream here, is this is the Ovilus. I have it upside down, obviously.
My man!
This is the digital library where it puts you. Brian, thank you for liking the stream. But this is the words that this generates. It'll say it out loud so you can hear it, and then this will put it on there.
Hi, Miss Suzanne.
For you to read it. Someone you know, Alan?
Yeah, Miss Suzanne. She was the accompanist over at Tecumseh, and
Nice.
occasionally I'll see her at like powwows and Jeff shows. So,
well, thank you for joining in. So let's see here. So we have a little bit of a treat for everyone. Alan found this, so you found our video that we're going to go over. It's a little bit longer, about 20-ish minutes, but we're going to go through each part, and then we're going to give our take on it. So let me switch over to that, and you guys can mute yourselves, and then let me know when you're done, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Oh, and I'm not ready yet. That's what I get. There we go. Okay, so everyone knows this is from Nuke's Top 5 again. If you haven't, we do want to support the people that we are showing off here. So Nuke's Top 5 has a lot of great stuff that we watch.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Prank gone wrong. Jose Chavarria decides to set up a prank to basically scare the crap out of his young son. He prepares a terrifying setup in the family bathroom. Then he hits the record button on a hidden camera and simply waits for his son to enter. Now, obviously the prank was a stunning success, but Jose caught something much creepier in his video than what he had planned. Did you see it? When Jose Chavarria reviews his video, he is shocked. After he turned on his camera and left the room, the unexplained shadow of something can be seen walking through the bathroom. So did Jose catch a shadow ghost on camera? Was there something truly frightening in that room? Or is it just a trick of the light? You decide. By said song.
Let me know if you guys are caught up.
I am all caught up.
So yeah.
I'll let Alan go first. I'm curious to see what he thinks.
Yeah, oh yeah. We gotta drill
My
you.
man.
That was weird. I don't know. I mean, it could have been something with the light, but I don't know.
I'm pouring a beer, don't worry about me.
I mean, I don't know. I'd need more backstory, basically, because
So if I'm gonna test you a little bit here, just to see what you think. So if you were gonna try to disprove this, what would you do? Sorry, I put you on the spot there.
I'm not
So
sure.
what, like in your mind, like what would be like? Well, you know, I know you weren't there, and let's take that out of the equation. You know, like that's the natural, like you weren't there kind of thing. And I get that, but was the cam there sped up or no? I don't know, honestly. All right, this is just a video that we found on YouTube. Unfortunately, I'm not for sure. Looks like we might have lost Kayla again.
Here.
Oh, you moved again. You just stopped moving for a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Are we good?
All good.
Okay.
Yep. So, Alan, you're not for sure what you would do.
If I was him, I'd definitely try to see if there's more that he catches. But I mean, it is definitely something. I mean, I'm not saying there wasn't anything going on, but
So one thing I would look at is sometimes when a bug is really close to a light, it appears really big. So when it gives off its shadow, that shadow could be really big. Funny story about that is we were at, oh my god, Saddamsville Rectory. That's what it was called. Saddamsville Rectory in Ohio. And there was this we were investigating, and everyone's like, there was a couple people in the main base where our DVR was set up, and they're like, "You got to get here. This is crazy. You got to get here." So I run from where we were. We go to base, and I'm looking, and there's this blob on the camera, and it's like morphing and moving, and I don't know how to really explain it. You know, it was just like this blob that didn't have shapes, and then. This is my wife's first investigation, so I love this one. So she's freaking out because she didn't even want to be there. But I took her to some horrible motel, and I was like, "It's quaint, so you could stay here alone. It'll be fine, or you can come with me and go ghost hunting." But this thing was morphing, and I'm like, "I'm going," and she goes, "No, you're not. There's a ghost in there. You can't go. Like you just." You don't know what's in there, and I'm like, I'm going. This is why I signed up, you know. And so I go in there, and I look, and it's just a spider dangling, and it's super close to the camera, so it looks like this big blob is in the center of the room because you have no depth perception, because of just how close it is. So yeah, it looked like a ghost. It wasn't. It was just a spider. Strung its web just right in the middle of it. Yeah.
nice.
So
Window behind the camera.
Kayla, you're kind of breaking up
Can you
there.
hear me? Dang it.
Yeah.
I keep losing connection. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Are we good now? Okay. So
Yeah,
I
I
was
think so.
the thing that I first thought of with that video was if there's like a window behind the camera, like a bird flying by or like casting a shadow or something. But I mean, I would
Yeah.
lose my mind
I
if I walked into
think
the
one of our
bathroom.
commenters.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of our commenters was saying that as well.
Yeah.
And it was time elapse too, like they were saying
Yeah.
in the chat. So that could definitely be one of those things as well. You just don't know.
But I would definitely lose my mind if I walked into the bathroom and the Grudge was like hanging out.
Yeah.
The Grudge
Right,
is one of
yeah.
my least favorite scary movies, and I'm like a big horror film
Yeah.
junkie, and that is not one of my favorites. So I'd probably freak out.
Yeah, see, I hate the twitchy movement of it all.
And the sound, ugh,
Yeah.
not for me.
There's a few scary movies that I like that are more not horror, but more like paranormal. You know what I mean? Like there's some that are just there to fuck with your head.
Yeah.
You know, like The Ring, The Grudge, all those styles. Like I'm not a big fan of those. But I am a fan of you know, the Annabelle doll,
Yeah.
Conjuring,
Sinister.
there was another one. I wish I remembered. Me and my wife went and saw a movie in theaters that did not do well, but it was about a cop, like a cop that had a paranormal experience, and he was looked at pretty weird about
Sinister.
it. And they told this whole crazy. Is it Sinister?
Yeah, he was like no, he was he writing a book? Like he wrote he was like a detective that was writing a book on like a murder. And it was like the kids.
If something had it was something that happened at a zoo.
Oh no. Not the same thing.
There's something there was some part where they were looking at a zoo, and I don't know. I'll have to find it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like a watch party sometime with the stream.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. Get the whole paranormal group together and have a watch party of some scary movie.
I would love that. My boyfriend won't watch scary movies with me, and I love them. So I'm always looking for a new like horror film buddy. If anybody wants to help me out,
Tell him to suck it
Yeah.
up.
He won't. He won't do it.
I remember watching the what is it? The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and I'm not gonna lie, me and my two roommates slept in the same bed together. All of us slept with the fucking light on. No, it was awful. At least one of our roommates was a girl, so there was that. But yeah, she was like, "Protect me," and we're like, "Protect us!" Like, fuck that.
I think I was like just kind of conditioned to like scary movies because I've been watching them since I was a kid with my grandpa. Like that
Yeah.
kind of like we would watch The Twilight Zone and all of that. The Crypt Keeper. What was it? Stories that tell in dark or whatever that one is. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes.
Scary stories you tell in the dark. That was one that we watched, and so I don't really get scared by a lot of movies anymore. Like I enjoy them. So, but like Poltergeist and The Grudge and Sinister really freaked me out. Like those.
Yeah. Well, chat. Let us know if you're into maybe a watch party. Maybe we
Yeah.
could do something like that.
I'd be down.
I Kayla can maybe run
Yeah,
it. She could pick it out.
Absolutely.
Come join her.
Anybody who wants to watch scary movies with me.
All right, so let's kick it over. We got four more, and I saw the first one. I will admit I did see the first one. I have not seen any of these others, so let's go ahead and switch on over and check it out.
In this next video, popular Chinese live streamer Xiao Long travels to an abandoned and allegedly haunted middle school in Foshun, China. It is said that the 4th floor of the school is haunted by the ghost of a girl named Bai Shuiting, who took her own life in the school restroom. Locals say that the girl loves singing and playing the pedal organ. They also say that late at night you can often hear the unexplained sound of singing or organ music coming from the empty school building. This is not Xiao Long's first time investigating the school. In fact, on a previous exploration, he caught something terrifying near the 4th floor restroom. The creepy video was so popular with his fans that they demanded that he return for another investigation. Little did Xiaolong know that this visit would turn out to be even more horrific than his last. As he is exploring the upper floors of the school, he starts to hear strange noises, as if there is movement all around him. He becomes increasingly tense, and then he hears something that chills him to the core. An organ plays from somewhere on the upper floors of the school. He makes a run down the stairs into the exit, and something seems happy to see him leave. Eventually, Xiaolong gathers his courage and heads back inside and up the stairs for another look around. He goes all the way up to the 4th floor, which is said to be the most haunted area of the abandoned school. In an empty room, he finds the mysterious organ that he heard earlier. He sets up a second camera to record the organ as he explores. What he captures is shocking. Now, keep in mind that in Chinese culture, cursing and acting angry is believed to ward off evil spirits. So Xiaolong decides to threaten the ghost. It did not go well.
你给我擦一擦不？操你妈的！操你妈的！这啥玩意儿啊？嗯？ 打不开！哎呦我操！哎呦我操！我操！我操你妈！ 我操你妈呀！我操我！我操！我操你妈！ 啊！ Kayla!
Xiaolong has only been outside the room for less than a minute, but somehow the organ room is now filled with a mysterious fog and what seems to be the dark figure of a girl. Xiaolong runs for his life. Tables and chairs are now blocking the stairs, and he has to jump over the railing to make his way out as they crash down all around him. So did Xiaolong catch a ghost in his live stream? Or was this just a very, very elaborate hoax? You decide. You can now watch highlights of Xiaolong's explorations on his all-new YouTube channel at Xiaolong Adventure. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com.
Yeah. That was a lot of shit.
I just have a really hard time believing it.
Me too. Me too. I don't. That was some really
So-
good production value there. They had
Yeah.
the fog machine. They had the invisible strings. They had the people in the background setting up the furniture in front of the steps.
I mean, it's such a big place, and to be there by yourself.
Yeah, who would do that? I mean,
Elaborate of things happen. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one.
I mean, regardless, I felt the adrenaline to a degree. You know what I mean? Like
I agree with that.
he did
That's the
he did
only thing
good
that
with
gets me
telling the
is that the
story.
fear. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like
fear
you
seems
know,
real.
the things I've been getting out of this since I've been watching these with James is, you know, people will do anything for their, you know, for views.
mhm.
You know, and I hate to say it that way, but a lot of people will go and
Wow.
continue on if they got a lot of views on something. You know, they'll be like, "Oh, well, I'll go back and I'll have to do bigger and better this time."
Mhm. Yeah, because
So,
honestly, if I was
it
in a
won't be as
place
good.
and I heard like singing or whatever that was in the beginning of the video,
Yeah,
you could not force me to go back into a place
no.
if I heard something like that.
You better believe I'm going in there. Like,
Yeah, I'll
yes,
send you with like
but I'm fucked up.
I'll pin you down and send you on your way because there's I mean I don't know.
I
I don't know.
yeah, I'm weird. That's why I do this.
Yeah.
That's why me and James go in there, no problem. Little girl singing, I'm like, yes, that little girl needs an audience.
I mean, if it was like a couple, like the chorus or a couple things, so that was like cold.
Yeah.
So one thing that Miss Bazan said was that the pedals that we're moving don't make sound. So that is one good thing.
I
that we
thought the
have
same
a
thing.
musical, a person that knows good or well about music,
The instruments.
instruments and stuff. Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
the same thing, but then I also thought like the automatic pianos that play, like
Yeah.
where you can like pump the pedals and it plays music, but the keys still move
Mm-hmm.
when you do that.
Yeah, and the keys weren't moving on this one, I don't think.
No, they
No.
weren't.
I think
So-
the pedals were just moving and making all the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because when you hit a key, it has a hammer that hits the chord that makes the sound. So the pedals are they're like almost like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a music expert, but it's almost like air in a way to make the organ have that kind of drawn out sound. Not 100%.
Not sure. Miss
I think-
Bazan can tell you about that one.
Yeah,
Or
hopefully
Kyle
she can
said
answer.
Pedals are pushed to make the air go. Oh, air go through the pipes. Okay.
Yeah,
A
because
pipe
that's
organ.
what gives it that
Okay.
like drawn
Yeah.
out, kind of like that humming sound that organs have versus like a piano, where a piano is like a single hit on the cord or on the string, and it makes it sound.
Yeah.
So
Tina, we're here together. We, normally we wouldn't watch these videos, but we're all here together to watch them together. So give each other strength when we watch this stuff. Just don't get upset if it keeps you up at night.
yeah, not our
It's not our fault. Not our fault.
fault. We should have like a note.
Oh, Kayla, you're breaking up a little bit there. You went a little robot on us.
Yeah.
There, I think she's back. I don't see her. There she's moving.
Yeah.
There she is.
I'm still a little.
It's all good. You're probably watching some something down on TV, downstairs TV, and it's causing you to lag a little bit, streaming something.
No.
And Kyle's right that the piano pedals sustain the sound.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're all in kind of agreement on that.
Gabe's not even-
Kind of. What?
Can you guys hear me?
Uh-oh. Yeah, we heard you there.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. Gabe's not even
Well,
home.
it's just-
I'm the only one home.
Well, maybe we get some wire up there next time and get you stable internet.
I
Maybe
honestly
Wi-Fi,
should
you're too
probably
far away
do
from your
this like
box.
down in like Gabe's like gaming room where everything is like hooked up. But I do it upstairs because
Oh,
it's
well.
quieter up here, and my dog barks at everything. So
Yeah, I can get that. Hey, well, we'll figure it out. But so yeah, I think we're all agreeing. That's kind of Kyle, I don't know if I got the video. Might have been a while ago. Did you send it a while ago, Kyle? I don't know if you sent it recently or not, because if you sent it recently, I have not had a chance to look at anything. Obviously, I'm here doing this, so. And also, I am not the. I was looking. I don't see anything. Right off the top of my head on what's going on. But I'm not the social media person anymore. Josh Jacobs has kind of taken over that role. Oh, you just posted on the site. Okay, I'll definitely take a look at it after this. I'm sure Josh could even look at it if he's still watching. So, but I will definitely take a look at that after we're done here, and I'll post a comment for you. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next one, guys. What do you think? You hear me?
Yeah. Oh,
Guys?
sorry, I was distracted.
We're live. All good. So let me switch over here and get things going. Kick off the next one. Molly is what it's called.
Molly. Canadian mother of four Mary Proctor says that since moving into their house, they have experienced many random unexplained occurrences. Her children's electronic toys would seemingly activate for no reason, and faucets in the house would suddenly turn on all by themselves. Now, overall, these spooky incidents were rather minor. That is, until Mary bought an old 1980s doll for her daughter at a local thrift store. The doll, which her daughter named Molly, seems to be a magnet for the supernatural activity in their home. Now, things falling randomly off shelves is certainly explainable, but then things got really creepy.
Can we get you better? Okay, baby? Oh, you want to drink this here?
As Mary's daughter is playing with her doll, it almost sounds like a small slap can be heard. Then the little girl screams that her hand hurts, and it seems like she says the word smacked, as if maybe she is saying that the doll smacked her hand.
Ow!
Can we get you better? Okay, baby? Oh, do you want to drink this here?
But what do you think? Could Molly actually be a haunted doll? Let me know in the comments. You can follow the full story of Molly the doll over on Mary's TikTok, Mary Proctor 3. The Sally House.
I mean, the first one, all right. I saw. I mean, you see the bucket or whatever it was being moved, and then you see an orb that comes up. So that is. Oh crap! That that. I mean, that's interesting. The second one where the doll fell off of the shelf, the doll was kind of leaning over. If you look at it, you can see the doll kind of leaning over, and then it just.
I was muted. I was muted the whole time. You guys could hear me. Stream
Oh.
couldn't. That's my bad. I had myself muted. Sorry if you lost sound there. That's my fault.
And then the third one where the kid got smacked. I don't know how to feel about that one.
Yeah.
Because you could hear the sound, but at the same time, it looked like she was like kissing the doll or whatever. So I don't know what happened there, but
I saw her move her hand, and she could have like hit the crib or something and made a hit on it, kind of thing, and then move past. Kayla, what do you think?
The bucket thing was definitely with the orb that kind of flew. I mean, obviously, it could be a bug, it could be dust,
I saw
it could
that.
be dust from the bucket hitting the carpet. Same with the doll.
Just one of those supporting factors.
Yeah, the doll on the shelf, that's also questionable. I don't know, the smack part of it. I mean, you guys know I'm more of like a feels person, and that just kind of felt off to me. So, for me, my intuition wise says that was kind of interesting. I had a weird feeling when all of that was happening.
So I'm the one with the little girl.
Yeah.
She's 3, been through some stuff. Toys turning on and off. Nah, that doesn't do it for me.
No, I mean that could
people
be
say,
a
"Oh, our
battery
toys are
going
turning
out.
on." I'm
Yeah.
like, you left that toy outside. Now it's malfunctioning. Like a million things. It's a small toy they put in their mouth, and now it's malfunctioning. Totally. Faucets turning on and off was an interesting one. Honestly, as not as as threatening as that sounds, that's still like a what? Your faucet shouldn't just turn on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting when they say faucets turning on, but we didn't see anything. It's just part of the lore or the story, so who knows? But the doll, I would need more proof before I would say something's tied to the doll.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got going on there, Kayla?
My closet door just closed by itself.
Oh shit. Why is it? Almost every time we do these streams, something happens.
Yeah. So
It's
this,
like we do the paranormal,
well, I
guys.
kept hearing like a thump, 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 and I have like a
Mhm.
shoe rack here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but
Yeah, we can definitely see
yeah,
that.
that's what I was hearing. So this door was like moving on its own.
You have a vent or anything behind it? I know that with a shoe rack, that's pretty hard to push
No.
with a vent.
No, I mean, my window's like baby cracked, but it's not windy here.
Yeah.
That door never closes. It stays open at all times.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. We had James lose power last week and then uninstall Discord. That was crazy. And now we got your door moving on its own.
Huh.
Well, just see if you can point the camera and leave it this way. If you can just reposition yourself
Yeah.
a little bit. I don't know if that's comfortable for you or
Yeah.
not, but maybe we can get a glimpse of it.
That's so weird. And it's
I don't know.
not my cat, because I kept hearing like a really light thudding sound, and I'm like, okay, like Gabe's not home right now, so it's not him.
Yeah.
But it sounded like
You
it was
know-
coming
Your
from
pup?
behind me, so that's why I kept looking, and then I looked over my other shoulder, and my door was like half closed. And I've been here a year, and that door is never closed on its own. It's always open.
Well, from what I know, doors don't close on their own.
Yeah, right. There is one thing that I do notice is that the doll looks very similar to her daughter, like super.
You'll have to get it closer. Yeah, we can see it.
That's
Oh, yeah, we see her daughter. Yeah, with the blonde hair and everything.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
And there's the doll.
Yeah, no, and that might be why she picked it up.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that was kind of strange.
But all right, well, we're gonna move on, and you let me know if I need to switch back to the stream video
If
to
my
catch your door
starts
closing,
to move
Kayla.
again.
Yeah, I just hit a button and we switch back. So,
Okay.
but we're gonna watch the next one, and barring Kayla's door moving on its own, we'll be back.
I'll keep you posted.
Most fans of the paranormal have probably heard of the infamously haunted Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. It is said that in the early 1900s, a young girl named Sally passed away in the house in agony after her appendix burst. Since then, residents of the house have experienced terrifying paranormal activity inside the home. Many believe that the house is haunted by the vengeful spirit of little Sally.
The whole time we lived here, my daughter was 5 at the time. She had an imaginary friend named Sally. I'd scold Heather. I would scold her for something, and she would come back and tell me, I didn't do that, Sally did it. Or Sally told me to do it.
When it touched me, that was not a draft. Something's going on in that house. It's strange activity. What it is, I don't know.
It was right here where the fire happened. And as you can see, there's no electrical outlet or anything. It just, I kind of had that feeling like, were we being watched all those years or...
But the haunting of the Sally House seemed to intensify exponentially beginning in the year 1992, when Tony and Deborah Pickman moved into the home. The Pickmans began to notice that most of their photographs inside the house contained strange, unexplained smudges, blobs, and blurs, despite trying multiple rolls of film and 2 different cameras. The old pictures cannot be explained, even by a film trick photography expert.
Photographic evidence is something I always question because my job is to create illusions photographically. But these several pictures that I was shown are very difficult to explain.
Even more terrifying, Tony Pickman claims he is getting attacked by the house's ghost on a regular basis, leaving him covered in scratches and bruises. With nowhere else to turn, the Pickman family calls on the popular 90s paranormal TV show Sightings and asks them to investigate. As soon as the crew arrives at the house and begins their interviews, something truly shocking happens.
Is it going?
She don't like her, but here it is.
What? How did that happen?
You don't know.
Sally?
Go on and walk in there. Walk in there. And get a towel and clean it off his arm.
Now, in accordance with YouTube guidelines, I had to blur the wound, but I can say that Tony received 4 fairly deep bloody scratches across his arm. Even stranger, the sightings TV crew members begin to feel bizarre cold spots and unexplained electric shocks.
Right here. I could feel it. We're interviewing. It's hot. We've turned the air conditioner off for sound purposes, but it is cold right here in this part of the room. And the air conditioner is off. It is so cold right here.
Oh, what's this electrical charge you're talking about?
Did you feel it?
Did you feel it?
Yeah, it's like a mild electrical shock.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, my God.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
Electrical shock. Right here.
Next, the crew goes to privately interview Tony Pickman about the bizarre scratches on his arm. And this is when things get truly bizarre. At some point during the interview, Tony begins to say that he is experiencing an odd sensation around his stomach.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna add this right now. She's right here with me right now. I'm feeling something really cold shoot around my stomach. I've lost my breath, I'm sorry.
Now, keep in mind that the sightings crew has now been watching and recording Tony for 30 minutes, and his arms and hands have remained at his side the entire time.
She's just went right through my midsection.
Oh, my God. Look. Look. Oh, look, they're forming.
Can't come up with an explanation why she does this.
It's forming right there.
She tends to do this to me because I upset her sometimes.
Go up. Top. Very slowly, yeah.
Look, one's starting to bleed.
There's a whole new...
You getting a new one?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Oh, my God.
It actually...
I knew she was around.
It's this nice dark one where it's bleeding. So look at that. Look at that.
Standing on down.
There it is. Look at it.
Right in front of the cameras and multiple witnesses, something seems to have violently clawed at Tony's chest and stomach. The evidence captured by the Sightings TV show at the Sally House is considered some of the most compelling paranormal evidence ever recorded. Off the
You guys catch up?
Yeah.
So yeah. Josh, yes. Obviously, yes. I know you want to talk about the Karen case again. Not that I'm opposed to talking about it again by any stretch of the means. I need to get some stuff more coordinated, and I need to write a timeline out so I feel like I can convey the what happened there better, because I don't think I did a great job last week when I was talking about it, because, well, one, James's power went out and everything like that. That threw me way off. But yeah, so what do you guys, Alan, you first, what do you think?
I don't know. No, I honestly do not know. The fact that they had another crew that came in, and like a video crew that came in and recorded and all that stuff, and they were feeling the same stuff that they were feeling, and they were documenting it as it was happening. I mean, there's I mean, there's not much to explain. I mean, it's right in front of you. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Kayla?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I mean, I know the 90s was not that long ago, but technology obviously has
Back in our day.
Yeah, back in our day. Technology's advanced a lot. So I feel like it's hard to like construe things back then. You know what I mean? Like
It's hard to fabricate
Yes.
what will
Yeah.
the video and do it for show as like it is now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know what you're saying. Like I totally get what
Yeah.
you're saying.
So like with like the
Shows-
scratches and stuff and like seeing them like raised like that in front of you, and I mean, like they said, you saw it in front of your own eyes, like his hands were down by his waist.
Yeah.
I don't.
And then you just lift it up and you saw scratches
Yeah, and he's like,
there.
I have
and
a
then
pain in my stomach, and then there's.
I mean, I literally saw this red spot start forming on him.
Yeah.
Down towards the bottom of his belly button. There was one at the top.
Yeah.
You know, and then down at the bottom, you saw it get redder and more red and more red. And they're like, look at that. Look at that. You know?
Yeah. And
I was like, yeah.
Scratch yourself hard enough to make yourself bleed. Like.
Yeah.
Like, I can take and scratch myself, and I'm not going to get welts or blood. I mean, it has to be pretty intense.
Yeah. I do know, like, we had a case, like, he was like, Karen, excuse me, I did see that on his brother. I saw red, and then I saw them start to welt, you know, in front of me, and I'm like, jeez. And I've been there, and it's a terrible thing to sit there and watch. And that was one thing that put me off a bit. They were more, and maybe this is a good thing, I don't know, and maybe that's just me, but they seem very scientific about it, and it was happening to them. They're like, oh my god, look at this, oh, this is amazing. And to me, I was just like, are you okay? You know, how are you feeling? You know, and I just didn't feel that from them. But you know, I don't know. That's just me. I feel bad when people are getting scratched. This guy's sitting there and he's just getting like destroyed right in front of them. They're like, oh my god, look at this evidence.
Yeah. It's like, I'm in a lot of pain right now.
I mean, the internal me is like, oh my god, we're gonna decompress this later and go, holy shit, the evidence. But like in the moment, I'm like, this. You know, the reason why we left that case is just not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, the evidence was amazing, but is it really worth someone just getting, you know,
hurt,
scratched and hit, you know, whatever, harassed, mentally abused, all that stuff. So
I mean, and when it comes to things like that, I mean, that almost tends towards like possessive haunting kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
very malevolent.
Yeah, I don't want to bring that home with me. Like,
Tina, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. You have a good night and good weekend.
Yeah, I don't want to bring. No, you're fine. I don't want to bring that kind of stuff home with me. So, I mean, if stuff like that's gonna happen, I'm probably gonna be like, let's like cleanse ourselves and hit the road.
So we got one more, and I think that's we're gonna start to wrap it up from there. But let's go ahead and check it out.
Okay.
Deep end. So, on this channel I've talked about haunted houses, haunted hospitals, haunted schools, and pretty much every other haunted location. But this is the very first haunted pool. Over on the YouTube channel Poltergeist Oficial, the team is investigating an abandoned and allegedly haunted pool in a small town in Mexico. When the pool was open to the public, it is said that many visitors claimed to see a dark presence in and around the water. Eventually, as more and more sightings of this strange entity were reported, people just stopped going to the pool, fearing that the location was cursed by a demonic presence. After that, the pool was simply shut down. The building has been left abandoned for over 6 years. As the Poltergeist Oficial guys investigate, they soon begin to hear some very disturbing sounds.
No. No. Mira el estabilizador. Se vuelve loco. No. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda, Daniel? Eso es todo. Uy. No. No, güey. Está canijo esto, ¿eh? A mí me dijeron que te apareces aquí, que aquí caminas. Se te está descargando la luz, güey, otra vez. Gritaron. ¿Qué es? ¿Qué es eso? No sé, no fue un balazo. No sé, pero es un
It almost sounds like something tapping or moving on the roof 30 feet above them. Now, it could simply be the building settling. But what happens next is a bit harder to explain. They close and lock the door to isolate any outside noise. Then, this happens.
Guíanos a donde estás. No, no. Se va sola. No, no. No, 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 no. La trabaste. ¿Viste que la había dejado cerrada? La trabaste. Algo caminó. No. ¿Qué es eso, güey? Mira. Algo caminó, se está moviendo. Se está moviendo la lámpara. No.
The Poltergeist Official team catches a few other odd sounds and noises, but nothing very compelling. However, once they posted their video to YouTube, their viewers noticed something that they had missed. Something downright chilling.
No manches. Algo se movió allá. Alumbra. 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 Yo vi que algo corrió. ¿Ya viste? ¿Qué es eso? Abajo. Entre la puerta. A ver, cierra eso. Vamos a cerrar eso.
Did you see it? As the camera pans by, a dark, sinister shape appears against the back wall of the building. But just a few seconds later, when the camera pans back, the shadow figure has disappeared. So, did Poltergeist Official catch a shadow figure on camera without even noticing? Let me know what you think. As always, thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at NukeStop5.
All right, we catch up there.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla, I think you're still muted.
My goodness.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Last one, Alan. What you think? Bring us home.
So, the noise on the roof. I mean, come on. There might be like a vent or something on the roof, because I know at Jeff, you'll hear, like in the theater, you can hear noises like that on a windy day. And there was quite a bit of wind, because you can see a bunch of like dust flying around and stuff. So,
well, and they were walking too.
Oh, well, yeah, that too. But even when they were standing still, I mean, there was quite a bit of dust that was going by. But I mean, there could be like a vent on the roof or something that's making like the flapping. Yeah.
It's an abandoned building.
Yeah.
Didn't do the upkeep. You just never know.
Yeah. What else was there? There was the door that opened that was kind of weird. I don't know about that one. And
so I'm a little confused on that one.
yeah,
He says he locks it, and they put something. So he puts something in front of it, and then they say he locks it. But when it opens, it pulls.
Mm-hmm.
So putting something in front of it won't really stop anything. You need to put something on the other side of it so you can't push it open. You know what I mean? Like that didn't make sense to me. If that's how they were considering him locking it. Now, was there a switch on there to lock it that we didn't see him do?
Yeah.
I don't know those doors. I'm not going to claim to know them. I don't think there's something you can easily slide though to lock them, because that would be a fire hazard for the public for someone to troll and just lock them. You see them everywhere. I mean, those little push doors. You push it in.
Yeah, they usually have like the sliding like deadbolt thing at the top of the door that you just like pull down and it unlocks it. Yeah.
So I thought that was like, I mean, you can prop it open a little bit, or you can tape that thing closed. There's a little when you push, there's a little latch that closes and goes flush with the door, so you can push it open. That's easily manipulated with tape. I mean, you can easily manipulate that. So if you have someone on the other side just pulling the door open, that's all you need for that. Like that's not that hard to. But what'd you think of the shadow?
That was interesting. I would say, what if there was a person standing in front of the flashlight? But that wouldn't make sense because you would have seen them on camera, and that's a pretty tight focus beam. So like,
it's a really small shadow for a really long distance away for someone to be standing in front of it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who knows if someone was dressed up all in like a morph suit and standing across.
Yeah, I mean, for YouTube videos, you just don't know anymore, and that's the hard part about doing all this. But that is definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
Kayla, did we lose you?
Yeah, I think she froze up again.
Place. Might have lost her. It's all good though. Yeah, I was reading chat there. Look like one of their shadows from the light. I don't know. I don't think that as much with the. I think it's more likely to be someone down there. If you already have one person pulling the door open, it's not that hard to have another person clear down there in black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I agree. Number 2 was the number 2 video was the most reliable one. Oh man, looks like we lost her.
Yeah.
Oh, oops, turn that off. But all right, well, with that, I don't know if I can fix the stream with just us two because I have it set up to where. Oh, it's all good. We're gonna end it here anyway. So, Alan, I appreciate you coming on. It was a lot of fun getting to know you a little bit better and letting the stream know who you are a little bit better. Let's see. I bet that's Kayla texting me. Lost Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah, wow.
She lost Wi-Fi. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get you back in the picture. Let's see here, because I want to end it right. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Filter. Get him back in here.
Bye, Miss Bazan. Thank you for coming on the stream.
Almost. There we go.
Nice meeting you, Josh.
All right, Alan, we got you back in here so everyone can see you. Yes, dude, thank you everyone for tuning in with us today and sharing this whole experience with us. Josh, if I'm not mistaken, Saturday is going to be you, right? Josh Jacobs. I believe it's going to be us, me, James, and Josh on. James hasn't quite confirmed yet, so it could be Kayla. Could be someone else filling in with him, not for sure. So keep that in mind. But I think Saturday was what we were planning on trying at least. So everyone, we appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for more of our stuff online. And October, I'm gonna do a scary game. So I'm gonna get the shit scared out of me. I'm gonna try to play Amnesia. So I'm gonna go through all of them because the third one actually drops the end of October. So hopefully I can get through all three of them and have a nice little setup for everyone to watch and tune into. So, all right, everyone. Alan, do you have anything else?
No, nothing that I can think of.
All right. Well, that was a good video, dude, and appreciate it. Appreciate your time, and you have a good night, and so do you. Good night, everybody. See ya.